Hello, and welcome back to the Eyes of Ara. I got pretty annoyed last time, and I got pretty annoyed at myself when editing last time, and I'm sure you did too. And I've had time to step back and reflect, and think about how unreasonable I was being, and all that stuff, so we're gonna try to be a bit more rational today. While editing last episode, I thought I was being kind of a moron, and it's kind of easy for that to happen. You have to take everything with a grain of salt, I suppose, because this is a live Let's Play, so I'm always spouting whatever comes to mind, always knee-jerk reactions, always just off the top of my head, never really thinking too much about it, and that can cause some issues. And it did. Obviously, I got frustrated, so that's part of it, but we're gonna try to go through the stuff I was frustrated with, or just not correct about, but then also make a couple points, hopefully. I also, since last time, played quite a bit, like an hour almost, maybe not like an hour straight, but I was watching some stuff on the side while just clicking around, seeing if I could find collectibles and whatnot, and in the end, I had to look at a walkthrough, or, well, try to look at a walkthrough. There are no real walkthroughs for this game. There's, like, one that's in French or something, and I managed to make out from the description with Google Translate that I'd, like, search for an hour, and I'd found most of the collectibles in Chapter 1, but not all of them. So I just wanted to find the painting. So I was gonna look up the painting just to see how the hell do you get the painting in Chapter 1, and I found out that you can't. Not yet. It's actually something you come back to Chapter 1 from a different chapter to get later on. And that kind of strikes me as a little bit unintuitive, but it's not really, that's more of a, like, personal thing than, I don't think it's poorly designed or anything, as I was spouting a lot last time, but it does make it a little bit more confusing when you're trying to go for 100% and collecting everything, but now we've learned. And there was even a little hint you could pick up on. If you went down the ladder in the secret passage, you got to a different chapter where there was a whole host of different collectibles, and I found the painting there, which should have tipped me off that I'm in a separate area of a chapter, and I'm finding collectibles for it, which means that if I progress the normal way, I would find everything except the painting. So that's the clue, that that might be the thing that happens in Chapter 1 as well, in all the chapters. You might not... I just assumed that it was all, like, chapter-based. You did Chapter 1, you got everything 100% done, move on to the next one, and then that one would be completely contained in itself. But now we know that's not the case, and I think that's fine. Now, let's talk about paintings, and then let's talk about dinner tables. I actually had, let's actually walk over here to the paintings, and I'll explain where I went wrong, and I'll also try to make a point. I've had the dev himself explain to me the painting puzzle here, and it does make sense. I actually think it's a good puzzle. However, I still think it could maybe use some little hint, and just before recording, I actually thought of a kind of neat way that it could be done, in my opinion, because what you're meant to do with this painting puzzle is you're meant to find these frames, and then go back to these areas with the pedestals, and you're meant to look at the paintings in each room and see what they symbolize, and then pick the right one and place it on the pedestal, or if you can even call this a pedestal, the base. And in isolation, I think that's a good puzzle. Like, if you look at the frame here, and then you look at the frame here, that's your clue. It's like, ah, okay, so this frame corresponds to this room, and it has a flag, meaning you should place the flag. At first, I didn't understand, like, even after knowing it was related to the paintings, I thought, then why isn't it the fish, and so on. But yeah, it's the painting frames. And again, in isolation, I think that's actually very clever, but I think the problem is that this is not something you would notice right away because you haven't had any reason to notice it. This is like a room, all these rooms we've been in like 10 times, and there's paintings all around the castle, with different frames. Like, all of them are unique. If you just walk around, you can see, like, oh, here's a gold frame. Here's a gold frame. Here's a silvery one. And, like, it can be hard to actually pay attention to that when you're just looking at them as graphical, just fluff. It's just covering the walls. It's just showing things in the castle. So I would have liked there to be some sort of hint when you get the slates or the pixel frames, that you had to somehow look at the environments or look at different art and stuff. Maybe I'm just being a baby about it, but I think I came up with a decent compromise or whatever. I would have liked there to be an inspect element just for the picture frames, because that would make it so that you would understand that the paintings were something to be noted. Like, if you came in here and you could click here and it would zoom in, showing the frame and showing the painting, and then nothing else. So you would be like, huh, I can't do anything here, so what's the point? And then you go out and you can look at this painting, you can look at this painting, you can look at this painting, and then you would only be able to do that in the rooms with these stands. Then, when you come there the first time, you would understand that there's something to these paintings, and you would keep it in your mind. That's just a little thing that I personally think would have made this better, but otherwise, beyond that, I was definitely just not noticing what you were supposed to notice, and I really like this puzzle, so that's all I have to say about that. Take it for what you will. Maybe I'm unreasonable, maybe I'm not. I was definitely unreasonable about this puzzle, though. I was complaining a lot about trial and error, and I was kind of just stuck in that rut of just complaining about trial and error, because I thought the paintings were trial and error as well, and I just wanted to find things to complain about. But thinking about it, there's good trial and error, and there's bad trial and error. And bad trial and error would be if there was no indication whatsoever if you were doing the right thing. You just had to, like, if you look back at old point and clicks that I grew up with, those had tons of trial and error, and usually you had no idea that you had to use the matchstick on the wet sock, but you had to do it, and the only way you could figure that out would be to try everything on everything in your inventory. So that was kind of the norm back in the day, and I think that's also why I defaulted to trial and error on the picture frames instead of looking around for clues, because that's kind of how I grew up, I suppose. That was just what you did. Try things on things until they worked. But good trial and error, or at least necessary trial and error, there's almost no way you can have a puzzle game without trial and error, but necessary trial and error, like this puzzle, have trial, then error, but then learning from the error. And that's where I just started complaining about nothing. Because when you do this puzzle, and you're moving around the color things, and you're clicking on engage to see what works, it's honestly not that hard to figure out that you need to line up the colors. I did that, and then I just complained because you had to just try different things and see what worked. But at least every time you tried, you got one step closer to the result, the correct solution. So yeah, been droning on for way too long now, sorry about that, but just wanted to slap myself on the wrist a bit, and I'll try to be more reasonable moving onward. So let's move onward, finally. And as I said, I looked around a lot, and I found a lot of stuff I was missing. I said, oh, I bet I haven't missed anything. I even said it like, I was in here, and I was looking sort of like this, and I was like, I haven't missed anything here, right? Have I? Nothing at all. No, I haven't missed anything. So I found quite a few things, so let's go through and find all those things again. So I found this gargoyle. Right here, you hear the chime, and that's actually because of a thing that, again, is it rubbed me the wrong way, but it's fine. When we come out of this door, we're actually standing in a different location, and that's a bit weird. Personally, I would have liked there to only be one location per room. If we stand here now, we stood here before, now we're standing here. So I think that's a little bit just not noticeable enough. It should have been a wilder difference in perspective for it to be noticeable, in my opinion, but that's fine. So that's what the chime means. When you go out here, this is a different room, essentially, because you're in a different perspective. So that's why I couldn't find this thing before, and that's why I couldn't find this thing before. So there we go, there's the last photograph. And also, I figured out that if you look at this poster, 2024, that is a 4-digit PIN code. Oh my, what could you do with a 4-digit PIN code? Let us go over here. That is not the right way. Let us not go over there. We need to go back to the kitchen. Oh god damn it, what am I doing? Also, yeah, sword here. This is the frame with a sword. So, that's what you were meant to notice here. And then in the kitchen area, this one is a bit tricky, because yeah, there's a guitar here, and the guitar was one of the images, but it doesn't have the frame. You actually have to go through here and look back, and here's the painting with a windmill. So, a little bit tricky on that one. And here we have the chest, so 2024, and I've already tested this. I was gonna try the 1990 Nebula or whatever it was as well, but wasn't necessary. First try, got one of the golden orbs, and I was a bit surprised, because we found a golden orb, but then I thought we were gonna find 2 bright blue supergiants, not just yellow ones, but I guess it's just yellow ones, so too bad. Okay, following that, what else? I actually have notes next to me, I'm just gonna check. I am not making any sense of my notes. What the hell does tri-square area, box with coins mean? And what is gargoyle in space door? What the fuck have I written here? I have no idea. I should have written more like... Oh wait, is this space door? This is space door. Yeah, right. Yeah, that was this gargoyle. For some reason I called this the space door. Jeez, I can't even make sense of my own ramblings here. And now we're actually going the wrong way. Damn it. If we go up here, there was a box of coins that I missed. That was kind of sneaky, because there were 2 boxes. Right here, there's a little chime, and here's a box of coins, but here's another box of coins. So there we go. There's 3 coins left, and I believe that was all of them that we can find. I can't remember. I only, like, glanced at the notes. I didn't want to spoil anything, but I think it was, like, the painting, and 3 coins and 1 painting, I think was all you could get just now before you, like, go to different places, maybe. So, afterwards, gargoyle in chest area. Right, okay, yeah, with the chest. I forgot to get that one as well. So let's go back in here. Right here. There it is. So that's 1 more, which I think is the 5th one, so we only need 1 more. But once again, I believe that's actually the last one we can find so far. So after that, I also had in this room... This is a bit weird. I don't know why there's no chime for this one, because I mean, I feel like this is... I guess these are supposed to be super secret things, but I feel like a chime would have been in order in this room, so you knew there was something else to find. But this one is actually kind of obvious. Not obvious visually, but obvious if you look at the cursor, which I have not been doing. Right here, there's actually a pretty massive area that you can look behind the wardrobe, and that was just a complete accident. I just accidentally clicked that. Would have liked a chime there, because, like, what were you supposed to gather from the light? Just, I don't know. Because, I mean, there's, like, what the hell is this? That's not an orb, so... Minor complaints still, but nothing as outrageous as last time. So now, 5 of these are lit, and apparently you can click on these to light them up, but we still need 1 more. So... Gonna have to leave it for now, but we can finally stick these in here. Aha! I see, so that's just one of the blue orb collectibles. So with that, I think we're actually done in Chapter 1 for now. And as I said before, if you go down to the other chapter, that's like your... What the hell was that? Did you see that? Was that just a shadow? like a shadow. Yeah, it was just a shadow on the pillar or whatever. I don't know, I saw something weird. If you go down and you get the painting, you would realize that that's an area that you can only get to from this area and not through the normal means, so to speak. So, the same goes for Chapter 1. Alright, oh man, I'm like already exhausted, talking a lot, very talky episode. We're gonna have to try and make up for it by actually playing the game now. And yeah, I guess I'll be more lenient with the collectibles. I mean, I'll look around, and I'll probably have to do that more where I feel like I'm done with a chapter, then I just take some time off camera and just look around everything again and just confirm. So, that's fine. That's stuff I can do on my own time. And what the hell is this? 2. Okay. Not sure what that is or what we would have, what use we would have of it. But I guess we'll find out. And yeah, I need to pay more attention to the cursor. But the cursor isn't, like, always helpful. Sometimes you can actually click on things that the cursor does not light up on, which can be a bit tricky. Like there, yeah, that kind of stuff. And now we can look here. Alright, so radio. Let's see if we can hear anything. I'll just start from here. It's just kind of the same stuff. I'm not sure what you're really meant to, like, get out of these radios. Oh. Yeah, we've heard that before. I don't know if you're, like, meant to leave them all on a specific frequency so they all, like, make the same sound. Or something like that. But I'm just gonna turn them off for now, because that's the only, like, other interactable part of the radios. So, guess we'll see what that's all about, hopefully, at some point. Oh no! Go back in! Alright. Right here. Reading! Haven't done any reading today, so let's do some reading today. March 12th, 1995. It has come as a surprise to me, but I'm not ashamed to admit it. I am enjoying having Astra and the children here. For years, the purchase of this castle has successfully ensured that I've been left well enough alone. A pleasant self-imposed social ostracism. I feel an unfamiliar fullness in my stomach. A warmth quite beyond the satisfaction of productive research. I think young Clementine has helped me realize that perhaps I've been lonely here. I like this girl, and I don't like anyone. She enjoys the puzzles I build for her. Better yet, she can solve them. She's eager to learn about math and science and astronomy. Last night I took her to the Western Terrace and showed her the stars. It was a clear night, and we could see Vega shining bright over the castle in the east, while Mars shone a dim red low in the western sky. Clementine was visibly moved. I don't believe she has seen so many stars before, growing up amongst buildings and streetlights. Alexander, of course, spent the evening digging in the dirt and bringing his mother bugs and flowers. Perhaps the old caveat is true. We only need one true friend. Wow, Jesus Christ. That boy amuses me, though. I can see why Clementine finds him irritating. The two could hardly be more different. While she is purposeful and focused, he is whimsical and easily distracted. He loves to get into places he shouldn't and hide things that don't belong to him. I gave him some figurines to play with last week. It took only a few days before they started disappearing and turning up in odd places, so that's what I'm finding, yeah. I had better secure my coin collection before they start disappearing too. It has taken me years to locate Contington's lost collection. I don't need to have it scattered all over the castle again, now that I'm so close to completing the set. Well, I guess it happened. Poor guy, whatever he was called again, I can't remember. They said his name, I think, or wrote his name somewhere. Yeah, didn't the mother mention him? I can't remember what he was called. But yeah, just some backstory there. Can't look in this pot thing. Ah, I see. I need to find 2 parts to open this gate, I suppose. So I guess we'll place this. No, we can't, because we need to combine it probably. Oh, combine. No, stop. Combine it with a different part, which is probably, yeah, it's right there. Okay. Aha! Photo. No, it's not a photo. Why doesn't it work? So 4 on the right and then 2 there. Maybe it's like the opposite? And where is that? Have I seen any brick walls that you could like inspect or click on? Let me just actually, let me go and do that. Just to save a screenshot if I need it later on. Yeah, it's just a normal wall. It's not like... That can be a bit hard to notice. Also, hold on. Let me just... Nope, come on. Nope, can't look behind there. Fair enough. And nothing in here, so just this one. But here, nope, that's not anything. I thought it was a coin box. So there we go. Now we combine them, rotate them. Simple enough. And place it here. Hooray! Now we can move up. And I guess we'll do that. And they'll probably fly up as well. Yep. And we ascend. Oh my god. Hi. Oh. They're going up again. So we need to lower this staircase. But one is still here. Hello. But I think we'll have to do that next time. I'm gonna leave it there. Once again, talky episode. Next time we'll just continue on doing normal things again. So hope you enjoyed this episode, I guess. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!